Hi and welcome back to The Books Are Everywhere. As you can see, this is the bookshelf organisation video. It's like an aside to the moving videos. Courtney is here.
Hi.
As you can see, she's emptying boxes right now. She's come over to help me. I was like, what is that book?
How many of those?
Oh dear.
That book have you got?
Yeah, 3. We have like 600, 700 books in this room. They are in boxes. I'll show you in a second what the state of the room is right now. But the plan for the evening is just to try and get it as organised as we can. The plan right now, that we're like doing right now first, is to just get all of the books onto shelves. And they are roughly fantasy into contemporary, and then this middle shelf will be like lit fic or manga, or in the middle. One of my colleagues made that for me.
It's so freaking cute.
It's from Spirited Away, I think.
Oh,
There's a no face as well. There's like random stuff in all of these boxes. There is, yeah.
there he is.
My colleague made this for me. It's very cute. It was a Secret Santa gift. Anyway, yeah, so we're here, we're doing it. I hope you enjoy the video. It's going to be a lot of us organising bookcases, which I'm very excited about. Okay, so this is the state of the room right now. There's just piles and boxes of books over here, and then there is also all of these over here that are full, and those on there that are full. So we're just gonna put things on shelves, and we're gonna see what fits. And then I've also got this, which is kind of like graphic novels, and a tiny Highland cow that doesn't like staying up. And I have these shelves as well, which I think my Addy set is gonna go up there, and we'll see what else can go up there and we can fit. But yeah, this is what we're dealing with. We'll see how this goes. We just had a quick break, and we've had a quick existential crisis, and we've sat on the floor and we've realised that we need to move some shelves, because I have a lot of hardbacks and I've been trying to do it so that there's 2 hardback shelves on every shelf. However, it means that all of the other shelves are paperbacks only, like small paperbacks only. I don't have one to hand, but small ones. Right now, a lot of the space is being taken up on these big hardback shelves by little hardbacks and big paperbacks. So we're going to move this shelf. Courtney's doing all of the hard work here. We're going to move this shelf here on every bookcase because I want them all to match, so that we then have 2 shelves where we can put big paperbacks and small hardbacks, hopefully, is the plan, this size. There will only be 1 shelf on every bookcase then for big hardbacks, but we do also have the tops as well. So that's where we are right now. We're having some heavy breathing, walking around.
Yeah.
Courtney's talking me through some stuff.
It's a bit of a situation going on, I won't lie, it's a bit of a
Can you see all of this behind me? There's stacks over there still to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get through this. We'll get through this together.
Well, let's be fine. We'll be fine.
And there's a lot of empty space over here. I'm thinking like a bookshelf might look really nice.
Right, yeah.
I had 2 bookcases.
2.
2. That's 4.
That's 4.
2 bookcases. And I have 3 bookcases. And we are struggling.
We've resorted to screeching.
We have been screeching at each other.
The problem is hardbacks.
They
That
are the issue.
100% the issue.
Yeah.
We have worked out a system that's improved this because of like smaller hardbacks and US paperbacks. Like we fit more of them, and that gives you more hardback room. But there's just so many hardbacks. There's just so many. We just keep finding more.
I was thinking that a dinosaur noise. I'm thinking the solution might be another book.
Yeah, the solution, I mean, if we stop lying to ourselves, the solution is another bookcase. But we're going to see what we can do without another bookcase.
Because we don't have that right now.
Because we don't have one. But they look beautiful.
They're looking lovely, must say.
There's some very full shelves compared to empty shelves when we walked in.
Looking lovely. Just having a crisis?
Yeah. It's all good.
That's great. To give you an overview, the shelves are full, pretty much. There's like a little bit of paperback room. There might still be some overspill. And also those. Yeah. I have a lot of books. Okay, Courtney's gone now, so this is kind of like middle of the video maybe. We'll see how this goes. But it's all of the books are where they can be for now. So they're either on shelves, there's a couple of stacks on the floor that we're going to ignore for now, or they're like on the trolley, there's books in this room and on shelves. They are definitely not in the order they need to be in long term, but they fit for the most part, and that's kind of the most important thing right now. So we have reached an end point for the night, and it's my first night here, and the next step is breaking down a lot of cardboard boxes, and the next few days I think I'm just going to spend some time looking at the shelves, seeing where I do want things to be. We've just put things in like rough positions. There will definitely be a lot of evolving, as Courtney put it, which I thought was quite nice. So we will see how things go, but I'm very excited. It's nice to have everything here and all of my books kind of like around me again, and as Courtney did say, actually it's really nice to see my books like on one wall because they've been very like bitty and like here, there and everywhere for such a long time, so it is nice to have them the way they are right now, so very happy with that. But yeah, I'm tired from all of this rearranging and stuff, but it's very nice to have them around and have them here and have my bookcases behind me, as you can see. I hope you're enjoying the video so far. I'm going to continue this another day when I have more energy and I can put some of that energy into rearranging my bookcases a little bit. So yeah, I'll see you then. Hi, it is now the next day. I've had my first night here. It's like the next evening because I've been out today. which has been really nice, and I think I'm ready to kind of spend the evening. I'm here on my own for the next few days, so I think I'm ready to spend the evening doing some more kind of organisation. There's a couple of just like things I want to do, like the under the bed I did quite chaotically, just to get stuff out of the way so I could do with like sorting that out. But I would also like to spend some time trying to rearrange the bookcases more in a way that I would like them to be permanently, so I might spend some time on that this evening. And I've also just, the shelf that you're on at the moment, I've just taken the door off it. Used to be a cupboard and 2 shelves, and now it's 3 shelves and 2 shelves, which we'll see in a moment, because I'm going to just arrange the books on here. These are pretty much all graphic novels on these shelves, with a couple of game guides and things like that. But they're pretty much all of my graphic novels down here. I think it's all of my graphic novels actually, other than manga, which is on my my like normal bookcases. So yeah, I thought I'd just include these shots because I'm going to rearrange that. I'm also going to try and do some organisation of the bookcases tonight, and yeah, enjoy the next few clips. Hi, welcome to the end of this video. I think it's time that I actually, finish this video here. I spent a lot of time yesterday evening reorganising, just moving the books around, so I will give you a quick overview of the shelves before I actually end this video. I'll show you those now. So this is how they look from a distance. You can see I have all of my Cassandra Clare books and my Sarah J Maas books on the top shelf. I also have like a stack of sci-fi hardbacks because I really don't have like that much sci-fi, so I decided to stack them up there. And then just a quick overview, although I will do a big bookshelf tour at some point, but I have roughly tried to organise this. So we have fantasy middle grade here, and then we go into like kind of horror young adult and fantasy young adult, and then the rest of the shelves are pretty much a mixture of young adult and adult fantasy. So there's paperbacks, there's some series, there's some standalones. I've tried to kind of keep like series together, you know, like there's that shelf is mostly series, and that shelf is mostly series, things like that. I've tried to kind of organise it like that. The middle shelf also goes, there's a couple of middle grade fantasy because I couldn't fit them on the top shelf, so they're there. And it's mainly YA fantasy. There are a few adult fantasy books as well though on these 2 shelves. And then mostly my adult fantasy is kind of down there at the bottom. And then there's hardbacks. Pretty much the whole bottom row is fantasy hardbacks because I really don't have a lot of other hardbacks. I wanted this one to be more contemporary, romance, whatever, different hardbacks, like literary fiction, those kind of things. But in reality, I just don't own them. I own pretty much all fantasy hardbacks, so I had to kind of spread them out a little bit. So it's not as coherent as I wanted in organisation, but I am fairly happy with it. Then on this shelf we have a mixture, so there is some more fantasy, YA, because Carry On is up there, Clockwork Angel, Clockwork Prince, Infernal Devices is up there, but then you also have some adult, this probably needs shuffling around to be honest, but you have some adult hardbacks there as well, and some YA hardbacks, just like random ones in the middle. Then we go into manga, then sci-fi, and then this one is mainly like, there's the house in this reading sea, there's some like kind of fantasy-esque book, and then there's also try to keep like sci-fi-ish ones together. Then there's a few kind of random ones on the end, and then this one is a few again like kind of, there's a horror one, there's some fantasy-esque ones there, but then it goes into pretty much all contemporary, and then as you go down, this is some adult books, some adult like fiction, going into historical YA, and then thrillers, like YA thrillers. Then we have more literary fiction, then my Wordsworth books, and then fantasy hardbacks. Then this one, we have my Afterlight books, which I'm really happy to have all together, and I think they look absolutely beautiful. I love them. Then we have middle grade contemporary-ish going into YA contemporary. Pretty much all of this is YA contemporary, although I did want to keep like all of my Harper proofs together because they look beautiful together. I've never had them together like that. So there is a few on the end that are like fantasy or sci-fi, but most of them are, from what I understand, contemporary, and then just some other mainly contemporary over here, paperbacks, and then hardbacks, and paperbacks again. These don't fit on that shelf, but then I have paperbacks. Then I have my Agatha Christie books because they don't fit anywhere else because they're an awkward size hardback, so they're currently there. And then the bottom shelf is fantasy hardbacks mainly, with a couple of extras. This is honestly quite random, to be honest. There is not like a specific organisation to this at all. I've tried to keep kind of like sets together and put a few sets on there, but then it's also just like ones that fit on this trolley because it's hard to get them on and off if you put all hardbacks. And there is also some paperbacks behind, like Game of Thrones behind there, just some random ones on the top as well that fit there. These are my overspill, which definitely needs sorting out at some point, finding a place for. And then over here we have my graphic novel shelf, which I'm super happy with how this looks. I think it's beautiful. And we have my game guides as well. And then have this shelf, which I love, which is my V Schwab shelf. Also has some TJ Klune, my DC Icon series, and the random copy of Blade Runner, Blade Breaker and Realm Breaker a random like Victoria, and a random Victoria Aveyard series because it fit in the remainder of the space. But yes, I'm super happy with how this is all looking at the moment. The other side of my room is actually looking quite empty at the moment, so it's literally just this. I do want to get another chest of drawers, so I'll probably have two here, and then show off the green wall mainly for now. So yeah, that is all of the books in my room. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching me organise these shelves. I'm sure I will do a proper bookshelf tour at some point in the coming months, and I'm really happy with how these are looking now. To be honest, I feel like I have settled into having them this way on the shelves, and I am much happier. Like now I've rearranged everything, and I am really happy now I've rearranged everything into its kind of, I think, final spots, at least for the time being. There is definitely some more space in this room that I would like to utilise at some point, maybe have some creative and imaginative ways of fitting some more books in this room in the longer period, like in the long term. But for now, this just looks really nice, and it is really lovely to have all of my books on one shelf on one big wall. You can also see that I strung my pumpkin fairy lights up the top of these the bookcases. I don't put them on very often because they're battery, and honestly the battery is pretty terrible on them. It just doesn't seem to be bright for very long, but I really love the lights and I have them up all year round because I think they're so pretty. And they are glass ones as well. I also put these fairy lights up which I absolutely love. They are strung around my entire room and it's just so cozy, but also they give off quite a lot of light. I have a tiny remote for them as well, which is really nice to have. And this is just really cozy in the evening. I'm really, really glad that I did it like this and that I had enough fairy light length. That was a weird way of wording that. To put them around my whole room. I am really, really chuffed with how they look. I think it's really, really pretty, and I love that I have a remote so I can just lie in bed and turn them off when I'm ready to go to sleep. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm sure you will see these bookcases in many more videos to come now, so hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye!